enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any deceptive behaviors, such as fighting, blowing off guests, using improper language or gestures, entering the court and interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection. Any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member. We want your talent for your arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, along with your issue and seek location to 55555. A member of our operations team will respond immediately. Up to the next step is Hogan and receive your very own.
Hello, and here we go. It's Thursday night in the NBA on 2K Sports with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Kristaps Porzingis.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
And a look at the starters for the Bulls. They've got MP, also Josh Giddey out there, Zach LaVine out there with Nikola Vucevic, and it's Lofton in at the 4-man position. And for Boston, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Drew Holiday out there with Walker, and it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. So this is the first of 2 consecutive games between these two doors. You expect much of a feeling out period?
You know, I don't know, Brian, but what I think is you always stay true to your habits immediately. You guys understand who we are and how we win. If that's the case, you come out and set that tone right from the outset. Game 2, then you worry about adjustments.
Now here's Tatum. And it's cleared by Vucevic. MP against Walker. Back to MP. Pass to Vucevic. Now MP. Inside, here's Lofton. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls? Just great decision-making from him.
Walker passes to Tatum. Offline with a 3. Here's MP. Boston pulls it in. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Holiday against MP. And Holiday powers it home.
That's a big-time power move by Drew Holiday. He is so strong around the rim.
Here's MP. Nice shot from 10 feet out.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta.
He was active all night on the defensive end as well. With all the steals he came away with, he had him totally rattled.
MP against Holiday. To the middle. Here's Lofton. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Tatum from long range. Again, the miss by Boston.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Lofton's shot is off. Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Holiday. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And he banks in the layup.
Holiday has a plan there and executes. Nice move.
MP scanning the floor. And they double up MP. Here's Lofton. Back to MP. Outside Giddey. 4-3. Drops in the 3. Giddey's got 5 now.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. They trail by 9. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Walker's shot is off. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Basket's good. MP's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Walker. This one for 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Boy, you can see Tatum continues to grow his game with a play like that. That is nicely done.
Here's MP. Here's Lofton, hounded by Tatum. A nice shot by Lofton.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Celtics trail by 10. Outside Holiday. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period. Well, we all know this guy is a legitimate two-way threat. Drew Holiday gifted as a defender and solid on the offensive end.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Left side Walker. Over Giddey. And it's Walker, that time on the assist by Holiday. He's got 5. Chicago leading by 6. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And coach said, quote, what's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes, guys.
And Allie, thanks. And the foul called on MP. That'll be a second foul. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Springer in at the 2 spot. That's the Boston 5.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Well, he showed right there, this guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Springer misses. Bulls leading by 14. Pass to Lofton. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And, of course, Boston winning 8 consecutive titles from 1959 to 1966. Doris, you think we'll never see a streak like that again?
NBA, I think that's almost impossible in this day and age. With free agency, with more salary cap restrictions, it's just hard to win 2 in a row these days, let alone 8. My goodness.
And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Man, he made sure to get get his...
And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after
the previous play is under review.
And a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And with New Year's fast approaching, let's see our power rankings for an idea of how everyone's year is looking. Taking a look at Boston, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
When I look at Chicago, they've claimed the top spot because they've earned it. Some critics have said they're playing way above their heads, but I think we're just learning how great this team is.
Both good from the line that time.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
The baseline J, and that's good for 2. MP's got 11.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Here's Shireman. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
Now, Jason, Tatum has become an extraordinary passer. This guy knows the attention he draws, just gets his teammates involved.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Now here's Tatum. He has 7. Down low. Here's Shireman. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Chicago leading by 14. To the paint. Here's MP. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. 15 points in the game. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Tatum. Cornette sets a screen for 3. And he misses. Only 2 for 6. The Bulls have gotten off to a perfect 4 for 4 start of the second. Dosunmu outside. MP outside. To the inside. And it's Cornette with a rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Shireman. Fires for 3. And Lofton pulls it down.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
MP. And MP throws it down.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Celtics trail by 18. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Levine against Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And I'll tell you, they're going to need more from this guy if they're going to cut into this deficit.
Back to MP. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
Levine with a steal. Pass to MP. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp.
And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. all of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
You look at MP, if he can keep raking in the votes and hold on to his number 4 spot, he'll make the cut for the contest for sure.
And I see no reason why he shouldn't. And frankly, I think he's got a pretty good shot at wowing the judges and winning the whole thing.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
Now here's MP. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Now Tatum. He has 7. Outside Holiday. 6 to shoot. To halt the run. That shot, no good.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate. I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. They come into this one following the loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they definitely made some plays, but never got into any kind of rhythm and just couldn't keep up.
I'll tell you, that's a great way to put it, because I thought they were all over the place. They never settled into any kind of rhythm.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Walker comes in for Pritchard. Holiday passes to Hauser. And here's Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Hauser from deep. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. MP with it. Guarded now by Holiday. A nice shot by Lofton.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Pass to Holiday. Here's Hauser. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Porzingis sets a screen. Hauser, that's good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's MP. 23 points in the game. And that bucket makes him 6 for 10 in the contest.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting at about 34% here in this game. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Thunder was outstanding. He had 39 points, and he was dealing assists all around. A game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Boston on offense. Outside Walker. Three-pointer, Holiday. Rebound by the Bulls. And this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Walker for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
And when you're trailing in a game, it can be tempting to try to go for the big play.
Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Here's MP. The the rebound by Jason Tatum. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Walker. And the jam by Walker.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
MP shot is off. Holiday surveying the floor. Pulls up on the wing. Kept alive. The kick out to Walker. Gets the 3 to fall. Walker's got 15.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Levine finds MP. Walker with a steal. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. A moment to rest and confer. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Chicago ahead. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
65. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fans half-court shot. Give me a beat. Their measurement.
Thanks for tuning in. We love the mountain climbing, don't we? Well, there's a huge mountain to climb for the Boston Celtics.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy look, Shaq.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you can fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
And for that matchup against the Magic, although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. You know, that's when you let your guard down.
And in this league, Jet, it seems like upsets happen every week. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
He was their offensive catalyst in the first half, working hard to get the whole team involved.
His fingerprints were all over this, involving his guys with his passes, finding different ways to take advantage of the defense.
Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. Josh Giddey out there with MP. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Lofton in at the 4 spot. Vucevic with a steal. On the wing, MP. Defended by Porzingis. A nice shot by MP.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Walker for 3. And Lofton pulls it down.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. It's Giddey on the wing, 5 to shoot. From deep, MP. Boston with a rebound. Outside Holiday. Here's Porzingis. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, we know that Kristaps Porzingis can shoot the rock. He's a sweet shooting big, but you'd love to see him use his size in the paint.
MP finds LaVine. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got 9 assists now tonight. The foul called on MP. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
First team foul.
Celtics trail by 18. Holiday with the ball. 11 points in the game. Walker sets a screen. Tatum from long range. Zach LaVine clears it away. The Bulls have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. MP is doubled. Vucevic, the pass to MP. Pass to LaVine. Now here's Vucevic. MP outside. Boston with a rebound. Walker's got 4 rebounds now. One thing you can say about Boston.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades. I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Pass to Giddey. MP outside. Vucevic, a screen on Walker. MP, the pass to Vucevic. Can't get it to fall. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Hauser. Walker for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Back to MP. And they double up MP. Outside Giddey. Jacks up a 3. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist from Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, what anticipation from the Montenegrin center. Vucevic reading the defense well on the catch and shoot. Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
MP, the pass to LaVine. Here's Lofton. Launches it and score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Giddey against Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Holiday against Giddey. Holiday passes to Hauser. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Vucevic with it. Defended by Porzingis. Vucevic gets the bucket. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is about the stellar interior game of Nikola Vucevic. Defender in his grill? No problem.
Down low. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Goes up on the baseline. And the basket by MP. MP's got 33 points.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be foul number 5 on him. Pritchard.
Foot on the gas, MP.
On the wing, MP. He's covered by Holiday. Pass to Lofton. Back to MP. Outside LaVine. MP right side. Fader on the way. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got 6 rebounds now in the game. 3-pointer. Knocks down the long J. Tatum's got 12 points in the game.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Back to MP. To the middle. The jump hook. And out of bounds. The Celtics will take it. Chicago making a switch here. Horton Tucker's checked in.
Jalen Horton Tucker.
Celtics trail by 18. Here's Holiday. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Back to MP. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. MP's got 8 here in this quarter.
Boy, I like when MP tries to carve space in the painted area. So effective down there.
Pass to Hauser. Tatum with a screen. Puts up a 3. Hauser can't get it to go. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Here we go, one-on-one. Tries a 10-footer. Yep, that one goes. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
For Boston, they've gone 6 of 13 to open up this second half. Pass to Tatum. Here's Pritchard. Outside Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Chicago with a rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Inside. Outside Horton Tucker. Holiday against MP. There's a screen to the paint. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Drew Holiday.
When you see a young player with a level of physicality, MP doing work on the inside.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And the basket by Holiday.
Drew Holiday is such a high IQ player, meaning he has such a strong sense for when to get into his jump shot.
Here's MP. And yes, another basket.
Yeah, another extraordinary effort from him. Now, we've come to expect this as of late.
Yeah, he's now tied for 5th most 40-point games over a single season, setting expectations extremely high. Holiday against MP, and there's a whistle. That goes on Talen Horton Tucker. That'll be a second foul of the game.
3rd team foul.
Get outside, get outside.
Here's Pritchard. No points so far. And there's a whistle. That goes on Talen Horton Tucker. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. 4th team foul.
Pass to Pritchard. And here's Holiday. No good on the 3.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Vucevic. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
The assist.
Vucevic has got 15. The Celtics have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the 3rd quarter. And there's the call on Lonzo Ball. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Springer, he's checked in for Holiday.
Number 44.
Here's Pritchard. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Springer. Takes a 3. Chicago with a rebound. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. And he sinks the second. And for the Celtics, they're shooting 41% since halftime. And Vucevic over to help. To the right side. Here's Cornette. And the three-pointer goes. Cornette's got his second basket.
Well, that's a case where your teammates are showing trust in you, and he comes through with flying colors.
And you know, you look at someone like Peyton Pritchard, Doris, heady guy who doesn't make many mistakes.
BA, maybe his best attribute in my mind is his competitive spirit and the motor he plays with. He's a fearless shot taker, either inside or from three-point range. He makes excellent choices with his passes. But again, I go back to that competitive toughness.
And so here is Chicago. Following the bucket by Boston. MP shot is good.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Here's Springer. Oh, MP with a block.
Wow, the defensive instincts of MP shining through on that block.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Smith outside. Here's MP. No good off the glass.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Pritchard to the inside. Porzingis. Soft touch off the glass. Porzingis has got 8 points in the quarter.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
Gordon Tucker, the pass to MP. Banked it in off the glass.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
And the ball out of play. The Bulls will have it.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
Lofton's checked in for Chicago. Chicago has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. They set the pick. Back to MP. Lays it up and banks it in. MP's got 48.
I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
30 seconds left in the third quarter here. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Springer misses.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
MP no good. Springer passes to Pritchard. The three is up. The shot that time not on target. And so it's the Chicago Bulls already up 26 points as this quarter ends. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Tatum and Horford, a duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then there's Luke Cornett. And it's Shireman in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding cap.
Good! That's another bucket!
Well, he's been firing on all cylinders, and the defense just helpless to keep up.
And this gives him the third most 50-point games in league history. That's some elite company.
Yeah, sitting between Jordan and Kobe. And when those are your peers, you're doing all right.
MP drives in.
And speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
And here's Tatum. All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
MP with it. Picked up by Tatum. Here's MP. Ooh, the turnaround jumper. Count it. MP's got 54 points.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Here's Tatum. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
MP left side. Shireman grabs a board. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Fires from deep. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got his 6th assist of the night.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
To the middle. Here's MP. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. MP's got 56 in the game. The Celtics have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. And it's Tatum missing. Chicago's got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. MP inside, hounded by Tatum. Ooh, nice fadeaway to get it over the top. MP's got 10 points in the quarter.
You have to be willing to take the mid-range, folks. It makes your game that much more dynamic. MP showing you he's got that.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Pritchard, just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range, Chicago with a rebound. Now here's MP, driving in. The jump hook. Oh, another one falls. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
And several years ago, the NBA introduced the Supermax. How do you think it's worked out, Doris?
Yeah, I think every decision, Brian, that the league makes is trying to make sure that everybody has an equal opportunity for a championship. This particular implementation has made it easier for small market teams to retain their stars. And think about it. Even if someone signs it and then gets traded, at least those teams get an opportunity to get big draft capital. That's huge.
Here's Pritchard. Giddey defends. Horford, a screen on Giddey. Here's Pritchard. Boston, no good that time either. Here are the Bulls with the ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And yep, it's good.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Boston has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Here's Shireman. Off the mark there with a 3. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 9 here in the fourth quarter. Inside. MP, the pass to Williams. Kicks it out to MP. Outside Giddey. Here's MP. And it's Cornette with a rebound. The Celtics have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Tatum. The 3-ball. Nails it from 3.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Buzelis. MP is doubled. Williams with it. Outside Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Tucker. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have 2 choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Pass to Shireman. Lets a 3 fly. Knocks down the triple. Shireman's got 8 points here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, you have got to have a short memory. You put a poor first half behind you, and you get to work here in the second.
Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Oh, to have young legs. MP gets off his feet in a hurry for that finish.
Here's Pritchard. And Williams over to help.
I don't know if he's just forcing things, but after one miscue in the first half, he's been a mistake waiting to happen since.
Chicago making some changes. Smith comes in for Williams, and it's Dosunmu in for Giddey. MP against Holiday. MP outside. Pass to Smith.
This is exactly what you hope to see from Jalen Smith. Use that length and physicality in the lane.
First team foul. At the line for the Bulls, Jalen Smith taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
In the second half, their free throw percentage has improved, hitting in the low 80s now.
The Celtics making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Smith hits them both. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them. And some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
And stolen by Holiday. Here's Hauser. Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to Walker. No good from outside.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Chicago has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. And they double up MP. Now Smith fires it from 18. Good. And the assist goes to MP.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
Now Holiday. Outside Walker. Doris, with the latest collective bargaining agreement, teams have to be more strategic with their spending.
They do, Brian, and I think this speaks to the league's desire to make sure there's competitiveness across all of the teams in the league. There are now harsh penalties in place for teams that go over the luxury tax. So star players in their 30s or players with injury concerns aren't necessarily guaranteed max contracts in the future. You're going to see a lot more negotiations and smart decision-making.
And the Celtics shooting 44% here in the fourth quarter. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
You can see how anxious the defense was to take Holiday away. Instead, they foul him and send him to the line.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Timeout for the Bulls.
Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. First one falls for him.
You know, one thing you got to love about Jrue Holiday is he's a true two-way player in this league. He puts in a lot of work to make a big impact on both sides of the floor. They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Offensive rebound. Walker against MP. Clock at 6. Smith with a screen on Walker. Here's MP. And it's good. He hits another one.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Boston on offense. Walker, the open look. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Walker's got 22 points.
He kept his cool despite the double team and finds the open man.
MP with it. Smith with a screen on Walker. Here's MP. And got it. Another basket.
What a game from him. 72 points.
And he's been simply sensational throughout this one. Three-pointer Holiday. The rebound by MP. MP's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Pass to Dosunmu. MP against Porzingis. Smith with a screen on Porzingis. Horton Tucker with it. Back to MP. The fader. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now Holiday. Well, Grant, we've heard some out there say dynasties are dead. These days, there are a lot of teams contending for titles.
Well, the NBA is happy to see all the competition. But, you know, this league has been defined over the decades by dynasties. We'll see if their epitaph has been written.
DeSumo outside. Here's MP. Again! What an avalanche!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. 1:39 left in the fourth. Deflects the pass. Tatum finds Holiday. Walker for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Bulls.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
But they've got 2 more chances to get some revenge. The matchup doesn't favor them, but against a conference opponent, they're gonna battle hard.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
Boy, I think you could pick about any area of this basketball game and feel like he excelled in it. He was a dominant figure at both ends of the floor and finishes with a triple-double. What an unbelievable performance.
And they get it back. MP, the pass to Vucevic, and stolen by Porzingis. Out to the right wing, puts it up. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 2 open that time. They didn't look easy.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Connects from downtown.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Takes the 3. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.